Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central.
It's the In Wheel Time car talk show, live from the Sugar Shack World Headquarters. Just ahead, supercar builder Steve Saleen. Jeff has a segment on real vintage car ads. Conrad has the racing calendar. We're also going to get This Week in Auto History from him. Later, we discuss the stories making automotive news headlines. We've got the third hour of our show underway on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Network. Howdy, along with Mike, Out of This World Mars, King Conrad DeLong. We need more Jeff Zekin. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad that you could join us today. And also joining us today, and we welcome to the show, Mr. Steve Saleen, CEO and founder of Seleen Performance Parts. Steve, good morning to you.
Good morning. How things in Texas?
Well, it's hot. It's real hot here. Yeah. How are things out in California?
It's 72 degrees and the surf is up. So we're okay.
Steve, I met you many years ago when the Texas Auto Writers Association was taking a tour, a preview of the Dallas Auto Show, and you had one of your legendary cars there. And it was a pleasure to talk to you, and you were most gracious to all of us because we bombarded you with all these stupid questions, but you answered them like the champ that you are. We appreciate that, and it's great to be with you this morning. How are things with Saleen Automotive?
Well, this actually is a pretty exciting year for us. It's our 40th anniversary. If you can believe that, it's 40 years since we introduced the Saleen Mustang to the automotive world, and it's a little known fact is that with the exception of the Ford Mustang itself and the Chevrolet Corvette, the Saleen Mustang is the longest continuing nameplate in North America that's been sold.
Wow. That is very impressive. You know, personally, Steve, I have to tell you, I kind of put you up there in the upper reaches, if you will, of celebrity auto builders, right up there with Carroll Shelby. I think the world of your work and your racing ability and all of the things that you've done.
And I certainly appreciate that. This marks my 50th year of racing in the respect that back in 1973, I entered and won my first race. And just this past weekend, I won my first race in our new S1 Supercar, which actually I think puts us in kind of rare company here on designing your own car with Bruce McLaren, Dan Gurney, and even Jim Hall in winning a race in the car. But I'm not sure if anyone's actually won it in their production version. So it certainly was exciting to win last weekend. So obviously I'm still racing and having fun and building the next generation of supercars.
Well, congratulations, first of all, because I mean, that's something to be said, because you and I are pretty much close to the same age, and certainly respect you for all of that. Tell me about the car that you raced.
Well, it's we introduced it a few years ago, right as the coronavirus was breaking out, and we had to put it on pause. But we're building a new ground-up Saleen S1 Supercar. It's a little bit different than our all-conquering Saleen S7 that we introduced 25 years ago, but it is still a supercar. It's all aluminum chassis. It's a carbon fiber body. It's our own design engine. It's a 4-cylinder with our own casting. It's a very unique casting that we're doing on a single turbo. And it produces 450 horsepower, but the car only weighs 2,600 pounds. So the power to weight ratio puts us into a supercar category. And all of this, we're looking at bringing the retail value of this car for about $125,000.
I'm in.
We're in, yeah. And
That's a steal for that kind of performance.
And listen, and we'll be the first to line up to test drive that for you and do a review for you if you don't mind.
You will like it, and then we've already proven it over the last several years on the racetrack because we have won against all makes, whether it's Ferrari, Porsche, Lamborghini, McLaren, or whatever. And then just this past weekend, I won up in Seattle at that race. And so it's a pretty exciting car, and we're very excited to bring it to market here in the real near future.
Well, and I assume that you're building it out there where you live in Inglewood?
Yeah, we're actually, our offices are, we have 4 acres in Southern California. It's actually in Corona. I joke about the fact that we started the coronavirus there. But, but aside from that, yes, we are in the process of putting together the production aspect of the car altogether.
Well, I imagine with your reputation, you've got a waiting list already for the first run of the production, I would assume.
Yes, it's been, unfortunately, like I said, because of the coronavirus, it's been a little bit longer period of time. But we do have a pretty good waiting list, and we're really anxious, I think, to get it. And people are really anxious to get us into production with it.
Well, I don't even know what to ask about the car. Does it have an automatic transmission? Does it have a manual transmission? Tell me a little bit more.
It is. We're starting with this is a driver's car. We have built it for people that really want to drive, enjoy driving, a lot of fun. So we're actually starting with a 6-speed manual, and
thank you.
Again, we have a very unique transmission, but it's a 6-speed manual. It's very much of a driver's car. However, we are making it to where you can drive it on a daily basis. I can tell you that the air conditioning works really well in it. It is easy to shift. You can be stuck in traffic on the freeway and be very comfortable. And we have similar with the that everyone's gone to is your flat screen that really operates a lot of the functions, and you can listen to a good sound system and go through all of the new electronic that is almost every car today now has.
And you race it in the, I think it's a GT4 category. Is that correct?
Yes.
So your competitors are pretty high level cars, and glad to hear of your success. Is the production one going to be relatively similar as far as content and performance?
Yes. Yeah. The one thing that I've always done that's maybe a little unusual, and it started back with the Saleen versions of the Mustang, is we've used production vehicles and actually go professional racing with them. And we do that so it improves the breed, so to speak. And it's been very well. We started, in the 80s with the Saleen Mustang, where we won our championships. I even did it with our race trucks and those type of vehicles. And then when we introduced at the 2000, when we introduced the Saleen S1 street car, we went racing with that. So almost the race car and the production car are almost identical in every single way.
Wow.
Are you still modifying Mustangs?
Yes, we have. We're continuing. Earlier this year, we showed our 40th anniversary Mustang, which was we do 10 special edition Mustangs every 5 years, and this one was a Speed Lab yellow with a convertible with a very unique a tonneau cover that we've designed for it that gives it a very upscale and a unique appearance and the functionality of that. And then we have teased the world on showing the latest generation of the new Mustang that Ford is producing here. That'll be out in hopefully sometime later this month, but at least during the summer, we will have the next generation of Saleen Mustang that we're producing as well.
So how does that work? Does Ford send you the Mustangs to be altered?
Yes, we have our own code system since the beginning of time, back in 1984 in the Ford system. And the Ford dealer will order the vehicle and then put in our code system. The cars get built in Detroit, and then they're sent directly to us in Southern California, where we would then revamp them in 3 different flavors. We have good, better, best, what we call a white label, yellow label, and black label. And then we then will ship it in closed carrier to the ordering Ford dealer around the country, operating for sale to the general public. And the versions that we do is the white label, they all get different aerodynamics, different suspension, different interiors, and different powertrains. And the white label has started at 500 horsepower. And I know Ford has the new Dark Horse coming out, but we've actually had a little over 500 here for the last 6 or 7 years as standard. And so the new version will even be higher than 500 as our base vehicle. And the pricing, and then from 500, we go to 750 as a supercharged version. And then our top of the line black label is over 800 horsepower.
Wow.
And the only thing that we retain from Ford on that literally is the doors and the quarter panel. Everything else and the window glass stays the same, but everything else has been changed on it. That we've done extensive wind tunnel testing, racing development, CFD, and everything that we engineer, we do with purpose to actually improve the overall performance of the vehicle.
So even on this latest generation of vehicles, because I know that one of the histories of the Saleen cars is generally there's a number associated with that car. Are they all going to be numbered as well?
Yes, we have. We've actually produced over the years. We've produced pretty close to 30,000.
Wow.
Saleen Mustangs. It's kind of amazing what's actually happened here in the world of bring a trailer or the auction houses. Is that just last month we had one of our 1985 Saleen Mustangs, a regular Saleen Mustang that retailed at the time, I think between 15,000 and 17,000, went through the auction house at $250,000.
Holy cow!
And all of them have been numbered. We number it in the engine compartment, in the interior, and also the front bumper, left-hand side, driver's side. There'll be a number on this, and so that way you know it's an authentic Saleen, which is what's helped, I think, keep up the resale value. I will put a caveat, though, is that we've never done a number 6. And the reason why is when I started the company, my wife was doing a lot of the bookkeeping. And as we were building the volume for the first year, she was numbering it, and she numbered it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. We didn't discover it until we were like 200, 300 cars into it that we somehow missed and skipped number 6. And so we haven't. I said, you know what? We'll just never build a number 6. We built a 66, 666, and 6666 in the past, but never a number 6.
Oh,
wow.
Cool. And though you're widely known as a Mustang guy, you've dallied off into some other brands as well as some other Ford vehicles. I know you've done some of the Broncos. Now, are you doing the new generation Bronco as well?
Yes, we are in development of it. We haven't shown that yet, but I think we'll have 2 versions of that. We also are doing 2 versions of the truck. We have what we call a sport truck and an off-road version. The sport truck has complete different suspension, different aerodynamics. We add a supercharger to it to get you up to 700 horsepower, and it really is a very dramatic. And then opposite, we raise the truck up 4 or 6 inches depending on the model, and put 35, 37-inch tires on it for more of your off-road racing. They all get different body treatment and, again, different interior. And one of the things that, as you mentioned, that we've done a lot of things in the past and continue to do that. A lot of people don't know that after we did our own supercar, the S7, is that we then had the opportunity. Ford came to me, and we did all of the final design work, the certification, and the complete build and assembly and shipping of the Ford GT. The 2005, 2006 was all built by a facility that I put together in the Detroit area, and we did that as private label and shipped that to all of the Ford dealers around the country. And then after that program, I picked up and at the same facility, and we did the subassembly and the build for the Dodge Viper. So from my standpoint, any supercar that's been built in America has actually been built by us. Now, we can say that the new Ford supercar is certainly a great car and nothing to be talked down on that. However, it's actually built in Canada. So therefore, I think that we really are a little bit more American oriented.
We love it. And I also see that that Saleen is building their version of a Tesla.
Yes. Back in, we recognize, and the one thing that I guess maybe is a little bit different about us is that we have, I always look a little bit more towards the future. And doing that, back in 2013 and 2014, we were recognizing that electric vehicles are really coming to stay. And we then started working on the Tesla and doing very similar, a different body, but again, all built from an aerodynamic efficiency and what we do on the body, a different suspension. We put carbon brakes on it, completely changed the interior to make it much more of a driver's car. And even initially back there, we made it go faster in the respect that we changed the final drive ratio. So as people know, electric cars accelerate because of the torque, and the all-wheel driving accelerate very fast. But we made it a little bit faster by putting a different gear ratio in it, so you would accelerate that much quicker. And then we can actually add sound to it by the way that we cut the gears. It'll put a little bit of a whine to it. So people that want to have some sound with their electric car, it sounds like a little mini Formula One cars in person. You can have fun doing that as well.
Wow.
Absolutely brilliant. Steve, it's great to talk to you, to have you on the show today. It's Saleen, SALEEN.com. And I know that our viewers and our listeners on all of our different platforms really have enjoyed the interview with you today. And we sure appreciate you taking the time with us and explaining what all Saleen is up to these days. And we wish you the best of luck. And don't forget your Whittier High School reunion coming up.
That is true. The alumni, I was inducted in their Hall of Fame a few years ago, and I joined Richard Nixon back as he went to Whittier High as well. And the other thing, because you guys are in Texas, we actually have our parts division is in Austin, Texas, that my daughter Molly runs. So we're actually in Texas quite a bit now these days. Mostly in the Austin area, but so if you get a chance or some of your listeners are local, on that, we certainly invite them to come over
Has
and
she,
talk cars.
has she sent you a Keep Austin Weird T-shirt? That's what I want to know.
Okay. All right.
Steve, again, thank you so much. We appreciate you, sir.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me on. It was great talking to you guys.
Thank
too.
you.
Thank you. What a great history.
Wow.
What a great history.
I know.
I learned a lot listening to him. I didn't realize his involvement in the 2000 generation Ford GT, which is definitely an investment grade vehicle. You look at some of those now that are going through auction at, $250,000, $500,000 each. And I didn't realize his involvement in the Viper build as well.
I was impressed. He's gone into these supercars and he's got all these things going on, but he's still tied into the Mustangs, all the things he started with, and he knows all the
You
details.
see this smile on my face? I want to be him.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
We need a remote from one of his facilities.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
definitely. Hello, Austin.
yeah.
Just saying.
Contact Molly.
N-Wheel Time Race Card is sponsored by Texas Nostalgia Modified Production, and Conrad always has that for us.
Yep. So NHRA next weekend is the Mile High Nationals in Bandimere.
The
Don?
last one.
Is that that's the final because they're closing Bandimere.
more Bandimere.
Are you in the Mile High Club, Don?
I am in the Mile High Club.
Because you went there when you were doing Top Fuel.
Well, yes, that Mile High Club, not other ones that some people may be thinking of. That's not the case.
And then July 21st, they're at Seattle. July 28th, they're in Sonoma. And then so that's 3 weeks straight on the Western Swing.
Yeah.
Pretty arduous race schedule.
Yeah.
And then August 11th, they're going to be in Kansas. Now, NASCAR, you said, is in Atlanta
This
tomorrow.
weekend, yeah.
They're in New Hampshire next weekend and Pocono the weekend after
New
that.
Hampshire.
New Hampshire. And that's where they win the Big Lobster.
Okay.
LOBSTA, Lobster.
I got it.
And then Formula One, 2 weekends from now is the Hungarian Grand Prix at the Hungaroring. IMSA is at Lime Rock on the 22nd of July. IndyCar next weekend's in Toronto. The following weekend is in Iowa. And then back to you, Don.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Conrad. All right. Time now for Jeff's feature this week, and that's going to be the real vintage car ads as
Okay.
opposed to the fake ones.
Yeah. Now hold your applause till we're done with this, everyone.
All right.
It's going to be really good.
All right.
We are men of
vintage-
applause.
Vintage car ads are a fascinating glimpse into the car advertising past. They offer a unique charm and humor, which is seriously lacking in today's modern ads. Car companies today can learn a lot from the folks that designed them in the past. And here we go. This first one,
I think we need to press the.
We do.
There you go.
this first
Thank
one
you.
is called Gremlin's Anatomy. When you hear the word gremlin, what comes to mind first is a mischievous folkloric creature known for causing mishaps. Well, this is not that gremlin, but the name of the car was produced by American Motors Corporation. This is a humorous ad for the time period. Not only did it emphasize the car's qualities, but it made sure that there was to educate the people on where to sit and where to keep their pets. Now, if you look in the lower right corner, it does say, buckle up for safety in the bottom right. So this was one of those first time, safeties first. This one I pulled up from the Neaterville Gazette. This is actually for our two-wheel guys. Harley Davidson is a motorcycle company that's been in business since 1903. It's dominated the American motorcycle scene. Harley has the most eye-catching ads, and this one is a 2003 Harley Davidson. It's an FX DWG3, 16,000 miles on it. It's a nice bike. It's fast. It's pretty. Features custom grips. Great ride. Girlfriend pregnant. Wife knows. Must sell. Lawyer wants money.
That was from the Neaterville Gazette.
Neaterville Gazette. That's what I'm
Yep.
thinking.
Okay.
This one, we all needed one of these back in the day. Sleep before anything. Napping in cars can be uncomfortable, but Nash Motor Company had the perfect solution back in the day. In the ad, their cars came up with sleeping chairs that could be easily reclined for a better sleep experience.
Ron Stein's got one of these.
This ad was a hit back then and must have sold numerous units. We know that they're wondering about the seatbelts. They weren't required until 1968, so no children were launched in the air when they stepped on the brakes. Can you imagine going to a drive-in with one of these?
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be
baby.
great?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
What does Ron say? A father's nightmare about his car?
Mm-hmm. This one is for both genders. There are two. Although it's clever marketing strategy on Hearst's part, his and hers touches a sensitive nerve in the heart of consumers, especially young couples. The ad tries its best to include both genders in his campaign. His signifies that it has something outstanding performance-related features, which means typically for a guy, and hers means that she can drive it comfortably thanks to the automatic transmission.
Yeah, the his and hers was branded by Pontiac in their what's called a dual gauge shifter.
Right.
Oldsmobile had a Hearst dual gauge shifter as well, but they called it a dual
Okay,
gauge.
this one is this is from Mike. Size isn't important. The advertisement was originally for a minivan, a vehicle that remains popular today, and true, its name is Mini. To be happy, you don't need to have the biggest things. Size isn't the measurement of satisfaction. Sometimes big things do come in small packages. Okay, now this last one, I'm just going to let you read it because this is an actual ad. So if you have a small penis, if I got a car for you. This is from Joe's Porsche. If you're going to overcompensate, then by all means overcompensate. This is a Carrera 4. It's loaded up, $89,911. Call 312-552-1676. And ask for who, Mike? Ask for Tiny.
I'm paying attention. Nobody else
I
is,
know.
but I am.
Well, and there you go. Now, there's like thousands of these things out there, so you can go and have fun, look at these, and laugh. That's what I did. It was good.
Well, that was excellent. I particularly like the motorcycle ad. The guy who was
From the
selling
Neederville Gazette.
the Neederville Gazette selling his
Girlfriend pregnant, wife knows, need money for attorney.
Lawyer, yeah.
All right. Coming up, we hope to have John Heinrichsey, racer engineer, and latest challenges in SCCA National Championship in a Cadillac CT4V Blackwing. I don't know whether you can see this or not. Can you stand up just a little bit? Look what he's wearing today. He's wearing his famous Cadillac
Racing shirt.
Uh-huh.
It took me over a year to find the shirt.
What?
And remember when we did the broadcast in Houston when they did all the racing and all that?
Yeah.
It was probably 14, 15 months later I finally found the shirt because this is what they were wearing out there in the paddock. And I got my hat right here, too. The hat.
There you go. Well, we'll have to be sure and show
Okay.
him.
He's got his V-Series symbol on the back of his.
Oh, yeah. That's all about it.
Hey, the
back
In-Wheel
of his
Time Car Talk
SRS.
Show is available 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for In-Wheel Time Car Talk. We also video stream on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. Podcasts at your fingertips on over a dozen of the most popular podcast outlets. Hey, the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues right after this quick break.
Everyone at the Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, thank you for participating in the best cruise in around and look forward to seeing you again. You'll hear about the next cruise in date right here on In-Wheel Time. Next time you're in the West Houston Energy Corridor area, be sure and stop in at the original Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex at I-10 and Highway 6 or the Katy location on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard. When passing through Beaumont or College Station, stop in and have Lupi's award-winning beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. There's always a celebration at Lupi Tortilla. Lupi Tortilla founder Stan Holt and his wife Sheila are winning racers on the NHRA drag racing circuit and have a collection of hot rods and classics that everyone appreciates. Look for them at the next Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In. The date will be announced soon and will once again be held at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex on 99 and Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10 and Katy. We'll give you all the details right here on the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show and online. Donations benefit God's Garage. We'll see you then. You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com. The award-winning In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available on the most popular podcast channels out there in 30-minute episodes. We realize our 3-hour live show can be difficult to catch in its entirety, so now you can listen every day to a convenient, fresh 30-minute episode. Check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Audible, along with a dozen more. In Wheel Time has the most informative automotive guest interviews and new car reviews, along with popular features including Conrad's Car Clinic and This Week in Auto History, along with automotive news headlines. Our live broadcast airs every Saturday, 8 to 11 Central on InWheelTime.com, the iHeart app, and on YouTube. Be sure to say hello when we're broadcasting from the Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In, Autorama, and the Houston Auto Show, among others. Now, it's easier than ever to hear about all things automotive all week long. You're invited to join fellow car enthusiasts in becoming part of the ever-growing In Wheel Time Car Talk family. Don't forget those 30-minute podcast episodes on your favorite podcast channel. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.